Viewers and subscribers, please make sure to subscribe to Saga News TV and give a like and share, because if you don't, you will miss out a lot of news.
A team of officers assigned to the St. Andrew Central Police Division seized one firearm during an operation on Tavern Drive in the parish on Wednesday. Reports from the Artillery Police are that at 5:15 p.m., lawmen were in the area when a premises was searched. During the search, one paper bag was seen along the perimeter wall. Upon closer inspection of the bag, it was revealed that one arson L380 pistol was seen inside the bag. No one was arrested in relation to the seizure. Investigation continues. A 33-year-old graphic designer is facing a long list of charges after allegedly hitting a woman in the face with a gun during an argument, and later being found with ballistic vests and other prohibited items. Charge is Kemar Goff of Corona Crescent, Kingston 11. He has been charged with 8 counts of possession of prohibited items, possession of a prohibited weapon, using a firearm to commit a felony, and unlawful wounding following an incident that happened along Mullines Road in Kingston 10 on Monday, October 6. Reports from the Artillery Police are that around 7:30 a.m., Goff and a woman got into an argument when he allegedly used a firearm to hit her in the face, causing bruises and bleeding wounds. The woman reported the matter to the police, who launched an investigation. During a target operations, officers searched a room occupied by Goff and reportedly found 2 regular ballistic vests, 1 ballistic vest with strike plates, a leg holster, a magazine, and a handcuff holder. Goff was apprehended in Portland on Saturday, October 11, and taken into custody, where he was formally charged. His court date has not yet been set. The St. James Circuit Court ordered that Shamaya Green, the woman accused of throwing her infant daughter off the roof of their home in 2023, be taken for a medical examination after she suffered a seizure during her fitness to plea. Presiding High Court Justice Andre Pettigrew Collins also rescheduled her ruling in Green's case to take place on November 30. Green reportedly collapsed in the prisoner dock in what appeared to be a seizure episode, moments before the 7-member jury was set to deliberate on whether she was mentally fit to stand trial. For the murder of her 5-month-old daughter, Destin Brown, Green was removed from the courtroom by police personnel and subsequently brought back to hear the jury verdict, which unanimously declared that she was fit to stand trial. In setting the November 30 court date, Justice Pettigrew Collins noted that she would make a ruling regarding Green's fate after the defendant had been medically examined. A day earlier, the court heard from 2 psychiatrists who examined Green between May 24 and September 25. Both testified that she suffered from a seizure disorder and psychosis, and that the seizure have worsened her mental state. According to the doctors, Green is currently not in a condition to stand trial. It is alleged that on December 6, 2023, about 5:35 p.m., Green was at home with her common-law husband and other family members when she tried to have a conversation about their relationship. However, he put off the talk till later that evening. Green reportedly became enraged and left the room, taking the baby with her. She then took the child to the roof of the 3rd floor of the family house and threw her into a concrete pit in the yard. The police were alerted and the baby was taken to hospital, where she died. A 72-year-old man has been arrested and charged with arson after residents of the Pitford community in St. James reportedly saw him set fire to a house. The man has been identified as Juna Malcolm. A retirer of Hillview, Pitford, has been charged following the incident which happened on Monday, October 13. Reports from the Granville police are that about 12 p.m., residents saw Malcolm setting fire to a house in the community. The Jamaica Fire Brigade were alerted, and firefighters managed to extinguish the blaze, which damages the 2nd floor of the building. The fire is estimated to have costed about $10 million in damage. Malcolm was arrested at the scene after being pointed out to the police, and he was later formally charged on Wednesday, October 15, following an interview in the presence of his lawyer. His court date is been finalized. A St. Mary businessman is in hot water after he was arrested and charged on October 13 over a video he posted online accusing election day workers of thieving up voters during a recount in the St. Mary South East constituency election. 47 years old Leon Campbell, otherwise called Poogle, of Addison Close Gibraltar Housing Scheme in St. Mary has been charged with the use of computer for malicious communication and obstruction of an election officer under the Representation of the People's Act following an incident on Thursday, September 4. Reports from the Anata Bay Police are that about 12 p.m. during a recount of voters in the St. Mary Southeastern constituency, Campbell entered the grounds of a primary school that was being used as a polling station. It's alleged that Campbell used his cell phone and began video recording presiding officer and other election workers in the video. He made a statement. People sit down and in front them a try thief up election. The statement reportedly left the electoral workers feeling harassed, imitated, intimidated and uncomfortable. The action of Campbell obstructed the duties of the electoral workers on the day of the general elections. Police say Campbell later posted the video on his social media page, which reportedly caused significant distress to the electoral workers they felt there. Safety was compromised and they were fearful of potential harm due to the political nature of the comment. The videos online present the situation, leaving the workers feeling intimidated. He is to appear in the Anata Bay Parish Court on October 28 at 10 a.m. After his arrest, Campbell was later offered bail in the sum of $150,000. His court date has been finalized. The police in St. Elizabeth are probing the death of a policeman whose body was found hanging from a tree in his yard. In Williamsfield District on Wednesday afternoon, he has been identified as Constable Arnold Wilson, who was attached to the Alfred Police Station in St. Andrew. The police say the matter is being treated as a case of suspicious suicide. According to the police, preliminary information gathered that the policeman was on leave from work amid the reported death of a close relative. The police report that about 5:30 p.m., a neighbor stumbled upon the policeman's body hanging by a rope from an ackee tree in his yard and raised an alarm. The police were called and the scene was processed by investigators. Detectives assigned to the St. Elizabeth Criminal Investigation Branch have charged a 14-year-old boy with murder following a stabbing death of a relative at their home in the parish on October 10. Reports from the police are that at 9:50 p.m., the boy and two other relatives were at their home when an argument developed between him and one of his relatives, which escalated into a fight. It is reported that the boy then brandished a knife, which he used to inflict a wound to the relative's chest. The other relatives, unseen what was happening, intervened and separated them. Shortly after, the injured boy went inside, where he collapsed to the ground. He was taken to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead. A report was made to the police and the accused was apprehended and placed at a juvenile center. He was formally charged on Tuesday in the presence of his mother. His court date has been finalized. Two Waterford Portmore St. Catherine brothers charged for using social media business to defraud persons seeking to buy a cell phone have made restitution to the complainants, having received their money back. The three complainants told the court that they were no longer interested in continuing the case. As a result, the Crown offered no evidence against them, and the brothers were charged with receiving money by means of false pretense and conspiracy to defraud were freed. Their attorney Sheldon Campbell expressed thanks to the court. The court had heard that in 2024, the brothers operated an online business on social media to sell electronics such as cell phone and laptops. Customers were informed that they would need to make a bank transfer when making a purchase. It was also indicated that after payments were received, the device that was purchased would be transferred to customer. The complainants reportedly did as instructed. The court was told that documents were shared, with the complainants purporting that the device were sent. However, the complainant indicated that they did not receive their device and that the social media page stopped communicating with them and eventually blocked them. Reports were subsequently made to the Portmore police, who launched an investigation. The brothers were arrested and charged. They made numerous court appearances until the matter was disposed on Friday, October 10, 2025. Security company Berlinium Limited has launched a major internal probe after assets were stolen from one of its trucks on Saturday. The company, in a release on Thursday morning, said it was working closely with the Jamaica Constabulary Force to get to the bottom of the thief. Berlinium did not reveal what was stolen or the value of the missing items. but said it was confident that ongoing investigations will lead to the recovery of the assets and the capture of those responsible. The company also assured the clients and the public that every effort is being made to bring the matter to a swift and successful resolution. A female student at the University of the West Indies, UWI Mona, was reportedly found dead on the campus, Georgia Alina Hall, on Thursday morning. It's understood that a suicide suspected. Police investigators are currently at the scene.